Hi guys, Leo here with One Happy Widow. I'm here today to update you on my 28-day reset. If you remember from a few weeks ago, I posted a video about my 28-day reset where I did some changes to my diet, what I was intaking, my movement. I was trying to see if I could get some results and some weight loss. And so I promised you that I would come back and update you on that. And so today I'm here to update you on all the results, and you can take a look and see my numbers a little bit and see what my results were. So stick around and I will share that with you in just a bit. Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you to all of our new subscribers and our old subscribers, all of our subs. Amazingly, the last time I made a video was just about a week ago, and I think we were at like 120 some subs, and now we just passed 300 subs, guys, today. So the responses to the videos and the engagement that you guys are having with the videos are really amazing to me. I'm realizing now how many people out there are kind of in the same boat and sharing a lot of the same experiences, and it's really helping me to be able to connect with you and just kind of get some feedback. And you guys let me know what videos you want me to make and what kind of ideas and what kind of stuff we need to talk about, and I'll put it on the list. But as of right now, we have 300 members of the WID fam, hashtag WID fam. And it's growing by the day. So thank you so much for your support. I hope that you're getting some benefits out of these videos, and we're just going to keep on driving on, and I'm going to plan on trying to make videos every week so that we can have new topics to talk about. I've also got some other exciting stuff in the works, and so we'll talk about that soon too. So first of all, I want to talk about the reason why I did the 28-day reset. Out of all the videos that I've made, it's probably been the, I don't want to say least popular, but it's been the one that's probably the farthest away from actual topics of widowhood and grief and loss. So I don't really mean for this channel to be like a weight loss channel or transformation channel or anything like that, but it's part of my healing process. It's part of my grieving process. And so since it's something that was such a big part of my life for that 28 days, I wanted to share it with you and to show you the kinds of things, that I implement to try to get myself back on a healthy track. And so weight loss was just one of those things. I did make another video. I'll go ahead and post the link above here. And it was about the 5 top areas of growth for widows. And that's been a pretty popular video. And one of those areas was physical. Okay, whether it be weight, whether it be health, whether it be eating, whether it be, just your body. If your body feels better, your mind can feel better. And so there is a direct connection there. So the reason why I did the 28-day reset was because I had been kind of falling off the bandwagon of health, and my weight was getting to a place where I didn't want it to be. Also, when I don't eat right, I don't feel good, and so it affects my mental health, and I struggle with that anyway, and I would rather use food and exercise to fix my mental problems than to try to go to the medicine route. I am not against medicine. I think there is a place for it, but I like to try to fix myself naturally first, and then if I need extra help after that, then that's what I do. So the first thing I wanted to do is change the way I was eating, start eating healthier, start moving my body, and just making some improvements there. And so if you want to go back and watch the 28-day reset video, and it'll explain exactly all the things that I did and what I was planning on implementing and what I hope to get out of it. So if you want to go watch that one, that kind of lays everything out and tells you what I plan to do. Now this is a results video to kind of let you know how I did during that time. Now, as far as the numbers, I did get some results, and I'll share those with you at the end of the video, and I will show you exactly what it all looks like on paper. I'll go ahead and show you my journal papers and all the information that I wrote, and I'll just go through a few of those things. I'm going to let you know what worked for me, what didn't work for me. I'm going to let you know what I'm sticking with still and what I'm still working on trying to implement. So I'm not a perfect person, and I did not have a 28 perfect days, but I will just kind of let you know what happened and how it affected me, and how I'm going to kind of focus on some other things from here on out. So if you remember from the first video, I had 4 little mini goals. My first goal was, or my first aspect or the part of the 28-day reset was eating. Okay, I wanted to try to have 28 days of no cheating, if you want to call it that. So no junk food, no sweets, no simple carbs. I really just wanted to eat as much natural, non-processed foods as I could. So basically meat, veggies, nuts, and beans and stuff like that. So I did Most of the time I actually did really well on the eating. There were 2 times that I did not do what I was supposed to do, and one of them was my stepson's birthday, and I didn't even have cake on that day because they decided not to eat cake at the party. So I did have a roll at the beginning of my meal, and then my son's birthday was also during that month, and so I did have birthday cake, and I think I had some ice cream, and I went out to eat. We went to Carrabba's. I mean, I pretty much just, you know, I ate what I wanted to that day, and it was just that one day. And so the rest of the month, on those 28 days, I ate what I was supposed to eat, and I stayed on track with, it wasn't a specific diet, it was just, you know, food choices that I made. They were all healthy food choices. The second aspect was water. My goal was to drink at least a half a gallon of water a day, and then eventually up it to a gallon of water a day. And that is something I continue to struggle with. And the sad thing is, it's a pretty easy thing to implement. Just drink a bunch of water. And I still struggle with that. And I also know that when I don't drink enough water, I don't lose weight as much. And so I know there's a direct connection, but I just have a hard time. So in the very beginning, I did really good. And then as the month went by, I kind of just slipped back in. I'm kind of a diet soda fiend, and so I'm still struggling with that, but I'm drinking more water now than I was before. When I first started this reset, I was drinking 0 water. So as of right now, I'm probably drinking, you know, 1 or 2 8-ounce cups, like maybe 16 ounces of water on a regular a day, sometimes a little bit more. So at the end of the 28 days on a regular, I am drinking a little more water than I was before, but I'm still not up to a daily goal of half a gallon to a gallon of water. So I'm going to have to reset my mind on that and kind of, you know, refocus myself on that goal and try to keep doing that. But just as an update to let you know, I have started drinking a little more water. And then the third thing was movement. So I did join some step bets where I had to get a certain number of steps every day, at least 6 days a week. I won all of my step bets. I didn't lose any step bets. So, you know, I made back my money plus a little bit. I probably ended up profiting maybe like, I don't know, $12 in the month. So it's not really about making money, but I did reach all of my step goals. And that's something that I'm continuing to do even past the 28 days. It's been about a month actually since the 28-day reset ended. And I'm still doing my step bets. And so I'm still making those goals every day. As far as working out, when I first started that 28-day reset, I had not been to the gym in months. You know, I had been sick, I'd had COVID, you know, so I had gotten out of the habit, and I was in a gym membership. So I had started going. My goal was at the minimum to go 2 days a week, and then if I could fit in an extra 3rd day a week. So I can say that during the 28 days, I did go every single week at least 2 days. Most of the time I went 3 days, and since then a couple times I've been 4 days. So I have not stopped working out. I implemented that as a habit, and even now, it's now been 2 months. I do go to the gym on a regular basis, and so I'm still going 2 to 4 times a week. But that's something that I've really stuck with, and that's become that habit that I formed. That's the one that stayed big time. I'm still eating pretty good. You know, I'm having a little cheat day here and there, but I'm still eating, you know, pretty healthy for the most part. And I will tell you what that did for me and what that did for my body and what all those changes did, you know, when we wrap this video up. So what I want to do now is I'm going to try to figure out how to set up my cameras directly down over my pages, and I'll show you what information went into my pages, how I worked this journal, you know, what worked for me and what didn't, and what might work for you, and, you know, just kind of give you some ideas of how to maybe try to implement this if you want to. Okay, hopefully you can see this and hear this okay. I'm going to show you what my planner looked like and show you some of the pages. I might tear out some of these because I didn't use them all. The journaling part was kind of about a 50+% failure. So this month at a glance, I filled it out in the beginning and I never touched it again. So that was a waste. Habit trackers. You can see that I pretty much kept up with the habit trackers up until I guess the 27th, 28th. And then the last few days I just kind of dropped the ball on it. But this was my eating healthy days, and I really did eat healthy these other days. I just forgot to mark them down. You can see with the water, I guess I did better with the water than I realized, because it looks like I did hit my water goals. It's just since then I haven't really been doing as well. So workouts, I wasn't planning on working out every day, but I did work out, you know, 2 to 3 times a week. There was this little time right here that looks like it was empty, but that was like a weekend. So I went the early week here, then the weekend, and then the late week there. So I still made it to my workout days. My steps, I only took off, you know, a certain number of days on steps, and so I did pretty good with that. Fitness journal, I didn't even keep up with that. Here's another habit tracker, the same kind of a thing. This right here looks kind of cool, so I tried to do it as much as I could, but I left out a lot of days, and this right here sucks. I'm just going to tell you, because here's the problem. If you want to look at the eating healthy, and then you got to come all the way over here, and by the time you're down here, it's hard to tell which one of these blocks matches with which one of these. So you really, like, a couple times I messed up because I was off on the wrong, you know, little block. And so these line up with these, and I had a really hard time like literally tracking this. So this is a fail. I will not do this again. Even though it looks cool, it wasn't very user-friendly. My day at a glance, I filled it out one time, and then after that, I never really filled it up again. So I didn't even print any after the week was up, because I just don't use the day at a glance. It's too many pages. I need everything like on a week or a month to be in one spot. So I just didn't really keep up with day at a glance. So day at a glance is a fail. Meal planner, I planned all this crap out, and I just did not even stick with it. I did eat healthy, but I didn't necessarily eat these foods. So this is something I would still like to try to do and do a little better on, but I did not do very good on my 28 days. I ate right, I just didn't plan it out very good. Same thing with this. This has the same food in it as before. I didn't hardly eat any of this stuff. Obviously the weekly meal plan never happened. I tried to do this fitness planner, but really my fitness is already planned out. I either walk or I go to work out and they tell me what to do. So there's really no planning that. You just do it. You just do it every day. Again, my workout log, these were some like extra stuff I was gonna do, and I was gonna try to track that. Did not happen. Another fail. I did put these fitness goals here. So my goal weight was at the end of the month to be at 190. I started at 197. This was just all done ahead of time, but I did want to talk about some of these goals. So my reward was a restaurant meal, and I got that when I got done. New lights from our workroom, I got a couple of those actually. I want to get fit because I wanted to feel better about myself. That helped a little bit. I wanted to look better for my husband, I want to maintain some good health, and increase my quality of life. I think those all kind of happened in a small way, but it's something I'm always constantly working on. My main goals were 28 days of no cheats, and again, I told you I did have 2 days of cheating on birthday days, but I'm okay with that. To lose a few pounds, and that did happen, and to get past my weak, sore, irritable phase. So, you know, when you first start working out, you're kind of sore, you're kind of in a bad mood because you hurt all the time. So I finally, it said not yet, but that was at the end of that month. I'm finally to that phase where I don't get too sore when I work out. Good habits I want to start, good food choices. So I still do that about half the time. Daily movement, I still do that almost every day, even if it's just walking. And then drink water, I'm still working on this. I've been working on this for years. I know what I'm supposed to do. It's just really hard for me to implement that. I don't know why. I guess I'm just not, I don't love water, so I just kind of have to consciously make myself drink it. So it's a work in progress. I'm still working on it. My bad habits I want to stop, diet sodas. Not happening yet, still working on that. Sitting in bed, so I moved to the couch. That's a little bit better, but you know, I do a lot of work on my computer, and so that's a lot of sitting. And then too many sugary snacks. I really do limit those. I don't really have too many sugary snacks even now, because they tend to kind of set me off on a whirlwind and get me craving again, and then I have a hard time coming off of them. As you can see, I never even started my daily measurements, so I could not have any ending measurements, so whatever it is. This was my starting weight. I did end up here for my ending weight. And so I did lose a total of 14 pounds. So that I did track, and I weighed myself almost every day. Obviously, body measurements, if you can see right here, it was like that first week was when I lost that big amount of weight. And then the next week I only lost a pound, and the next week I only lost a pound, and then that last week I lost another 4 pounds. So it's not linear. It's kind of like you plateau and you lose a little, and you plateau and you lose a little. I did color in these are the number of pounds lost. So every time I lost a pound, this was my 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds lost, and this was my goal. And as you can see, I went all the way to here. So I made it to 14 pounds lost in January, which I was pretty happy with. As you can see, this is a visual. This one I actually used, pretty good until these last few days. But this was, to me, the most interesting piece of information. And this is really how weight loss works. When you start, you go way down really fast because you're holding a lot of water because of the carbs that you eat. And so the first few pounds that come off are like water weight. And as you can see, I lost a bunch of water weight in that first week, and then I plateaued, and then I went down a little bit, and then I plateaued, and then I went down and up and down a little bit. And then I finally kind of jumped down here. So this is a visual of my weight loss, which is very, very interesting, I think. I would like to keep doing this if I wanted to keep tracking my weight. These are my YouTube subscribers. As you can see, my last video, which is only like a week ago, this is about where we were. And right now, this is where we are. We just passed this. So my goal is to make it to 1,000 subscribers. At that point, I can monetize my channel, and then I can really start spending some time coming up with some really good resources for you guys so that I can help people. All right, and that's pretty much it. The bill tracker I wanted to start doing, never got around to doing that. So that's pretty much it. So as you can see, I'm not a huge journaler, but I did try. Some of the things I did keep up with, some of them worked pretty well, and some of them worked horribly. So there you go. All you can do is try and see what works for you, and then keep on doing the things that work and throw out the things that don't, and keep tweaking. And that's, part of growing in life. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful, and then I'll be back to wrap this up. All right, now that you've seen all of my pages and my papers, and you've seen what worked for me and what didn't, I will go ahead and let you know that I definitely failed on the accountability part. Okay, as you can see from the papers that I showed you, I didn't. Sometimes I'm really good at planning and like keeping track of stuff. I'm usually pretty good at that, and sometimes I just, I fall off the wagon. So just because I didn't write down on a certain day that I had eaten right, I still ate right. I just didn't write it down. And I that's something that I just struggle with, and I want to try to do better with, and I try to implement that again. But as of right now, it's going to take like more research and trying different things and find out what works for me as a journal. I can tell you that I am no longer using this 3-ring binder. It's too big. And there's just too many details to kind of take care of or to try to keep track of. I will say that I've been doing a little bit of research on some bullet journaling. If you've looked into bullet journaling, it's really good for people with ADHD and people who struggle with other types of journaling and organizing. And so I still don't know a whole lot about it, and I'm not really about to try to take on like every single thing exactly like it. But I did get a smaller notebook that I've tried to start using, and I'm trying to start to track a little bit more of my stuff that way, a little more organized, and to where it's actually going to help me to where I can go back and follow it. When I do set one up and I find out how it works and I find a method that actually works for me, I'll probably do another video for you guys to benefit from. I might even make up some printables that I can share with you that have pages in there of things that really, really work for me. So if I find something that works for me, I want to share it with you guys, because maybe it'll work for you, maybe it'll work for somebody else. Even this stuff that didn't work for me as well, I don't know, it might work for you, so you might as well give it a try. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is not so that my channel can become a weight loss channel. It's not really about that. What it is about is choosing one of those 5 areas of growth that I talked about in that other video and focusing on that, just laser focusing on that for a month and trying to get some improvement. So I might not be doing every single thing every day, but I've still developed some good habits and some things that I'm actually doing on a regular basis right now. So I've kind of lifted the base level of my health, and my eating and all that to a better place that I can sort of maintain now. And now I can focus on something else for, another month. Like I might do another 28-day reset. And instead of doing weight, what I really want to do is like, summertime's coming up soon, and I want to spend this summer working on this channel, some stuff that I've got in my brain and on paper that I want to offer to you guys. I've been working on at least one course that I want to offer to you guys, free stuff, some printables that I want to offer to you guys. So I got a lot of ideas on how to grow this community, and I really want to focus on doing that this summer because I don't have to go to work because I'm a teacher and I have summer vacation. So I'm going to work on doing those things this summer. I am rambling now, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Just to wrap up, you know, to wrap up the numbers and to share those with you at the very end. I did 26 out of 28 days. I did eat right. I don't know how many days I drank enough water, but it was probably 2/3 of the time I drank enough water. So I did drink a lot of water, but I didn't meet my water goal every single day. I did meet my exercise goal every single week and the daily step goal. So I did keep my body moving. I feel a lot better. I have more energy. I'm sleeping a little bit better. So those, I definitely got some benefits out of that. And I'm sure that the one thing that you guys want to know about is the weight loss, where, you know, how much weight did I lose? I started out at 197. I told you I would be happy if I got down to 190, but I did end up losing 13 pounds, 14 pounds. I'd end up losing 14 pounds in the 28 days, which is really a lot because I normally have a really hard time losing weight. And then since then, you know, it's been about a month since then. I went on vacation. I gained a little bit of it back, and I kind of maintained a little bit, and then I've lost back to where I was, plus another 2 pounds. So totally, I'm down 16 pounds from where I was when I first started in January. And I'm really, you know, I still have a ways to go before I get my goal, but I'm not really in a huge hurry. What I want to do is try to focus on something else in my life that's outside of the health realm. I just have a lot of stress because my kids, you know, watched the video from last week about all the things that have happened. That widowed parenting is hard, right? So if you want to watch that video, and that'll give you an idea of what keeps me stressed out all the time. I want to try to kind of deal with my emotional health and my relationship with my husband and with my children, and see if I can work on some things there and do some improvements. So that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know this was not the most popular topic. I mean, if it's not something that you're interested in for this time, I totally get it. You know, zoom out, zoom in next week. We'll have some other kind of topic. But, you know, this is my life. So I want to kind of document it for you and let you know this is what widows do. This is how we strive for happiness and try to find joy, is that we got to work on ourselves, you know. We got to try to... we have to try to live this life as best as we can. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I kind of want to share those experiences with you. So stay tuned for next week. We've got another video coming up. That's really exciting. Hit that subscribe button if you want to watch more videos, and hit the bell too. Give this a thumbs up. You don't want to miss any more videos, because you never know when the next one might be something that really speaks to you and that really helps you. So thank you so much again for checking in, for tuning in. Until next week, you guys hang in there. Reach out if you need anything. We're all in this together, and the WID fam has got you. So just remember that you're not alone in this. All right. And so hang in there. Until next week, we'll see ya. Bye.